Hello, hello, my friends. We are kicking off the week with some dedicated candle reviews. Today, I am going to be talking about Bath & Body Works Pumpkin S'mores. Now, I know a lot of my fellow reviewers here on YouTube have already started to cover this candle. I believe that this is marketed as a new fragrance at Bath & Body Works for this fall lineup. I'm sorry, I'm gonna turn this just a little bit because it's just, there we go. That's much better. I believe that this is being marketed as a new fragrance at Bath & Body Works. And a lot of people are pretty excited about it because anytime you add the word pumpkin into things when you are releasing fall fragrances, I think that's going to get people's attention. But this is definitely a gourmand fragrance. And also the packaging on this candle is very pretty. It's part of this like luminary line. And I have to say that I am a fan of the packaging. I think it's very simple, but also very pretty, and it would probably fit into the decor style of a lot of people's homes. So let's go ahead and talk about the fragrance notes on this candle. They are listed as roasted marshmallow, melted chocolate, pumpkin graham cracker. And I do also want to say that down below in the description box, I will have the batch number listed of the specific candle that I am reviewing, because we know with Bath & Body Works, a lot of their candles can vary from batch to batch. That is typically something that I do with all of the candle brands. I'll either let you guys know a batch number or a pour date. So that way, if you're ever referring to this candle at a later time or date, or maybe if you are having a very different experience with a candle, if you have a different pour date or a different batch number, then sometimes that can explain the variances. I do also let it be known that I write out in that description box the square footage of my home, the layout, environmental factors. Those are all things that can play into my opinion about how this candle is performing. So if you're not familiar yet with those aspects of my home, I would encourage you to check that out. All right, so what is my nose smelling here? If you caught my haul video that I did a couple of weeks ago when I initially purchased this candle, I had actually purchased this candle online. It was when they were running like the $12.95 sale, and then there was an additional 20% off coupon. And there were a couple of candles that I purchased at that time that were online exclusives. So I went ahead and just threw this one into my cart. I thought, yeah, that looks interesting. It's a new fragrance. Sure, I want to review it. And when I got the candle in, I think a lot of people may have been surprised on that haul that on cold sniff, I didn't love this candle as much as I thought I would. And it was because I was picking up predominantly the graham cracker note in there, which graham cracker fragrances are kind of meh for me. Like, I don't particularly love them. However, I was on the fence about, okay, maybe I want to take this one back, maybe I'll exchange it. But I did receive a lot of encouragement from you guys that said, no, Katie, it's really good. Go ahead and light it up. Sure enough, you guys were right. My opinion has changed on this candle since I have started to burn it. So I'm very happy to tell you that upon burn, I do enjoy the fragrance of this candle. I do feel like that graham cracker note, there's something about graham cracker sometimes to me. I think that it's like maybe like graham crackers, the ones that I buy are usually like the Honey Made brand, and honey notes to me sometimes, there's just something about them that like the sweetness of it just doesn't hit my nose, right? And so that's what I was smelling on cold sniff. But when this candle is lit up, I definitely detect more of kind of a marshmallow aspect that balances out the, what I would say, the graham crackeriness, I guess, of this candle. The graham cracker almost comes across like it's not spiced like in the sense of like a clove or a cinnamon or a nutmeg, not like that, but it just, there's a cozy vibe to it, maybe a perfectly balanced element of some sweetness, but there's also maybe a little bit of like butteriness in the background. And there is also a note listed here of melted chocolate. Now, I have always been very honest in saying that I don't always particularly love the way that Bath & Body Works does chocolate fragrances. I would say of all of the brands that I shop with, they are probably the least, like they're my least favorite when they do a chocolate scent. It just comes across very artificial to me. However, the chocolate note in here, while it is present, it isn't very strong. I do think that it lends a little bit of, I would say like, it lends a little bit of like cocoa sweetness to this, but it's not anything that my nose right off the bat detects as like, oh, that's a chocolate candle. Overall, I am actually really enjoying this fragrance. It pairs really nicely with a lot of other candles that I currently have in my collection. So if you have, like, say for example, if you have Vanilla Bean from Bath and Body Works, I think you're gonna like this. I did just review last week the Mummy Marshmallow fragrance from Homeworks, and while I wish that candle was a lot stronger for me, that candle paired with this one does go very, very nicely. The only thing that I would say that maybe like would be nitpicking on this candle is that it's marketed as pumpkin s'mores, but there's no pumpkin note in this. So if you are hoping to detect a pumpkin note in here, you're not going to get that. However, the benefit of that, of there not being a pumpkin note, is that I actually see this fragrance being a very good year-round gourmand scent. If you are a gourmand lover, you don't have to worry about this one really necessarily screaming quote-unquote fall candles. This is one that I could easily see being burned all throughout winter, and even in the summertime. If you have kind of like a I would say like a bonfire type of candle. I've actually been burning this candle with the pumpkin bonfire fragrance from Bath and Body Works. I will be doing a review on that one later on this week for you. But yeah, this fragrance has been very nice. My son in particular really, really likes this scent. So yeah, the fragrance itself has been a big hit upon burn. So I am a big proponent of, oftentimes we get fragrances into our collection and very rarely do I get one that I'm just like, absolutely not, I cannot burn that. Particularly if I order a candle on blind buy and I get it in and I'm not so sure about it, I usually will give it a burn, because most fragrances come together a lot better when they are burning than on cold sniff. Let's go ahead and talk about the performance of this candle, because this is something that's always, quite frankly, been a topic for me with Bath and Body Works candles. I think a lot of the candle brands, to be honest with you, I would say over the last 4 years have really struggled with consistency, but Bath and Body Works is kind of known for, you know, some candles are just amazing and they perform well and they burn well all the way down, and other ones that I am running into this year, particularly in the fall collection, they get those puny wicks, they start to soot, they burn dirty. So what is going on with this candle? So let me go ahead and lift it up. You see some nice healthy flames right here on this candle. I am not getting those super white ashy tips that sometimes I get with Bath and Body Works candles. I've got a good even wax pool here, and the flames are very healthy. They're not like, you know, flamethrowers. They're not a bunch of torches in there, but they are a nice solid flame, enough that it can project well. So while I'm talking about that, strength and throw on this candle, you guys, it's perfect for me. I'm gonna give this one a good solid 8.5 in terms of strength and throw. When I burn it out here in my open concept, I actually use it as quote unquote one of my anchor fragrances. So in my home, I have kind of like a, not a split level, but like a split floor plan. Boy, try saying that fast. So like, it's one of those floor plans where you have some bedrooms on one side of the house and then you have other bedrooms on the other side, and then the more like living spaces are usually in the center of the home. So I will put this candle here in like my living room, and oh my goodness, it fills up the entire living room area. It throws all the way into the kitchen. It does want to go all the way towards, I would say, the entrances of like the hallways and bedrooms. It doesn't throw all the way in there, but yeah, this is a pretty solid, I would even go 8.5, sometimes 9 on the performance of this candle. I've been very happy with it. That being said, the fragrance is not so strong that anybody who is, I don't want to say allergic to fragrance, but very sensitive and maybe might get a headache from sweet fragrances in particular. I don't think that this is going to be a very offensive fragrance. It's not so strong that you're just like, oh my goodness, this is too much for me. It's done very, very well. So I will give a nice little golf clap here to Bath and Body Works on this candle. It is very well done. I actually see myself probably purchasing one more of these candles. I am on a journey to try to be very intentional about the size of my candle collection, and because I do have this YouTube channel and I am constantly reviewing new candles, I am the type of person that I only have so much space in my home, and if things start to feel like I have like my collection is getting too crowded, I find myself not enjoying burning fragrance as much. So I'm really trying to be mindful about what I purchase backups of. However, because this is a fragrance that my entire family enjoys, which I have 3 kids, they're 15, 12, and 10, and a husband, sometimes that's a hard thing to come by, you know, that the entire family loves a particular fragrance, but every time I burn this one, everybody in the family says, oh, I really like this one. It smells really good. And also, like I said, because it's a versatile fragrance, I don't feel like it's just locked into, like, say that being able to burn over the next 3 months. That's why I could see myself purchasing a backup of this. So 2 thumbs up. Let me know in the comment box down below what your experience has been with this candle. Are you enjoying it? Do you think that Bath and Body Works did a good job on this? Are you a little bit disappointed that there's no pumpkin note in here? Feel free to chime in down below. You guys are always so great about giving some feedback and remaining respectful of not only myself but others within our community. So I just really appreciate that about all of you. If you found this video helpful, please hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you're coming across my channel for the first time, hi, I'm Katie. I love to talk all things candles here on my channel. I do dedicated reviews like this, hauls, empties, and a lot of fun candle stuff in between. So if you like candle videos, I think that you'd like sticking around here on my channel. So consider hitting that subscribe button before you get on out of here. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.